There was a lot of trials in my life. I went through an abusive marriage. I went through a lot of deaths. My dad, my mom, very sick. My husband at the time lost a leg to diabetes. And I just decided there's no way there's a loving God who's allowing all this stuff in my life. There just is no God. And that's kind of when I turned to paganism and Wiccan beliefs and just decided there wasn't a God. And I had a MySpace page that I had thousands of followers on. And I would tell everybody there's no God, you know, we make our own destiny, don't believe all that kind of stuff. But sitting on my MySpace page was these two Christians. Every once in a while I'd post something and they'd ask me why. Why did you believe that? They were never really preachy. They were never really, you know, throwing scripture in my face or anything. They just asked why. And it kind of got me thinking a little bit. And then after my mom passed away, I was having a conversation online with them one night, and they asked if I had a Bible. And I was like, I don't have a Bible? Why would I have a Bible? I don't believe in that. And then I thought, oh, at my mom's memorial service, one of her neighbors had given all the granddaughters one of the little Gideon's New Testaments. So I was like, yeah, I have this Bible here. So I went and dug it out of my daughter's drawer and brought it over to the computer, and we're chatting online. And he asked me to start reading some things from John. And I can't explain it. All of a sudden, the tears just started flowing, and I was like, oh my gosh, what on earth have I been doing? What have I been believing? What have I been leading people to? And we just prayed over it. We changed my whole MySpace page to reflect Jesus and what he did for us, dying for us and freeing us from our, you know, sinful natures and all. And changed my whole page, found my first church and all of this stuff right there online. After my daughter had passed away, we kind of pulled away from the church some. I was struggling a little bit. We weren't really going to a church, so we were now looking for a church to find home. We had tried a couple and they weren't a good fit. Somebody on Facebook suggested Calvary. Here they go to the Clearwater campus. And I said, oh, that's kind of a little bit further from us. And they said, well, we got a Seminole campus. Well, it was a Wednesday. And I went online and I saw that Pastor Dan was having a men's group that night. And I said to my husband, hey honey, you need to go to this group. So he went to the group and loved what he saw. And the next Sunday we were at Seminole and found it to be home. Just a great group of people, welcoming, loving people. And we decided that this was our home. I have a great little group of ladies. We meet on Wednesday mornings. Right now we're working on making soap sacks for the homeless. They're little sacks that hold soap and they can use them. A lot of times homeless are washing up in a, you know, public restroom in a McDonald's or something, so they have no way to really do that. And this kind of holds their soap for them, and they can use that as a washcloth. So we've got 50 of those that are being distributed this week for the first time. And then we're working on some chemo hats again. And later this summer, we're going to make hats for the homeless. We have a lady that works with the homeless, and you know, it's Florida, but it gets cold in the winter, especially if you're sleeping outside. So we're going to work on some hats for them later on in the summer, so we're ready for fall and winter. And then we're working with hospice as well to make some blankets for wheelchair patients. We meet on Wednesday mornings at 10 o'clock till about noon in Fellowship Hall. And we would love to have anybody, if you knit, if you crochet, even if you don't and you want to learn, we have some great ladies that can teach you, or if you want to just come and do life and talk and share and just pray with us and spend some time with us, we would love to have anybody that wants to come and join us. Like I said, I had thousands of followers on that page, and the next day all these people woke up and my page was completely different. It was no longer, you know, the universe and all. It was Jesus and God and prayers and everything. And I remember going to the beach one night and just sitting there crying because, you know, I just felt so alone in it. And that's when I really realized that I wasn't alone in this. Now I had somebody who was always going to be there. And I wasn't just sitting there on this beach by myself crying because I was losing all these friends, that I had made the most important friend. So.